We can just sell a wagon and 2 people. Or 2 horses. We're not allowed to sell people anymore. All right. Guy gave us bad info. We rescued the wrong dude. Still got paid. We are currently up just outside of Blackwater for avoiding setting foot in Blackwater, heading towards Lake Isabella to find some guy holed up in a creek around that frozen wasteland, and we're probably gonna put a bullet in him and take him back. We were also told he's some kind of wind genie.
Again, we're looking for an alcohol.
No.
Why? We're looking for a gin. That's a type of alcohol. I can get behind that.
I feel like arson is not the part they should be concerned with when it comes to being your mom, Fob. There are other more troublesome things, such as being your mom and the Methy Jeff dolls.
Right. Well, at the end of the first day of travel, towards the north, I need you guys to all roll perception as you guys are setting up camp.
Hopefully there's somebody here who's better at perception than me. Whoops. Why?
I set the bar low.
I got a 15.
I know.
How low is your low, though?
Eagle, Rowan, and Husk, you guys are the first to notice that something is glowing blue on the other hill. There's a hill between you guys and this, but something is glowing blue
So when you say Rowan,
just
you
past
mean
the
Kilgo?
horizon. Kilgo, Husk, Eagle, yes.
I just look at my liquor. Is it just me, or is them hills glowing blue? I might have actually drinking too much for once.
And I'm
No, you're not going blind just yet. I think I can see it too.
Oh, so I'm not drunk enough then.
I'm gonna stealth and start walking towards it.
I'm gonna assume that Kilgo is wandering off towards it. So Kilgo, report back if you find trouble. Just kidding. I'm also gonna sneak up and check it out.
I'm gonna follow Kilgo, but instead of doing it on the ground, I'm gonna go up in the air and kind of, you know.
As you guys crest over the hill, you see an obsidian almost like pedestal with a glowing blue orb on top of it.
Well, I'm gonna wait because I know in about 3 seconds Kilgo's gonna touch it, and I'm gonna find out what it does.
I'm gonna touch it.
Whatever, I
Gotta
go up to
ponder
it.
it.
Hey, Kilgo, there's a shiny thing over there. Get it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna touch it.
Kilgo, you're gonna touch it.
I'm gonna touch it.
And I get to find out what it does! Yay!
You guys see a flash of blue light, and Kilgo disappears.
Sweet!
Then there is a pulse, and the barrier, the little orb, has a barrier expanding away from it. Moving rather
Where's
quickly.
the slide Kilgo a new character sheet.
As you guys, I don't know if you guys want to do anything while this thing is rapidly moving towards you guys.
The barrier?
The barrier.
I'm gonna
The
just
blue-
kind
the
of
blue
walk
orb.
away at pace.
Well,
Is it going
it's way
quickly
faster than you can run.
Oh, in
So
that case, I'm running towards it. Fuck it.
Okay, it's moving faster than you guys can run.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna walk into it. Fuck it. We ball.
And I stayed back at camp.
So, Orthos, you're sitting at camp. You see this blue wall rapidly fucking coming towards you. The wagon. Thing has a really long range. And I don't think you really have that much time to react with how fast this thing's moving at this point.
Is it
Just-
a wall of light speed?
Just
I
as
need-
it's moving toward me, if this kills me, I'm going to kill them.
I need you guys to roll a d10. Who would like to roll the d10?
Aw.
8.
Fabiano, damn it.
You gotta call this shit out, Fob.
He can't fucking speak. His mouth hurts.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm sucking too much dick.
God damn it, you guys rolled an 8.
Beholder, let's go.
No, it's
If
an
this
8. It's clearly an
kills me, I'm
occupied.
killing them.
You know, I think I just saw something on Instagram that said, the DM telling the party, get ready for the TPK.
Oh, alright. I don't have the ability to just drag shit out here. Whoops.
You guys appear in a pile of people, a wagon, few horses, 2 wagons, a couple horses, a campfire that's been thoroughly dislodged, swarm of bugs, and a bunch of grass and leaves and shit.
Yogo, you better get to hiding before I shove my foot up your ass.
No, I'll do you one better.
As you guys look around, you realize you're on an island.
Yeah, I'm gonna do you one better. Get over here.
Is this better not be the island I think it is, Kilgo. If you got me sent to the penitentiary that they didn't even get me sent to while I was alive, I'm gonna be supremely pissed off.
And what now?
Penitentiary. The state penitentiary that also lies on the river and is on an island. If I turn around and see a giant brick building...
There's no giant brick building. In fact, the island seems pretty empty.
It's Tahiti, isn't it?
Except for an obsidian pedestal with a gray orb in it.
Kilgo, don't you touch that fucking orb, or I swear to God I'll light it up with dynamite.
You know, at this point, I'm half wondering how high the cobalt will jump.
So, dead bodies.
Yeah, are our horses and wagons okay, or are they fucked?
Well, the wagon is upside down. The horses seem a little startled.
Fuck it, we're on a safe island, we're making camp here for the night. Kilgo, if you touch that orb, there will be nowhere you can run that I will not have a bounty hunter on your ass.
The fire that has been mildly displaced, does it still have embers in it? Actually, wait, I have 2 spells that light fires. Never mind.
What was it? I have gunpowder, I've got...
No, prestige. Prestige. Just light the fire.
Yeah, we have a lot of ways to light a fire. It's not a difficult
I
process.
have a lot of things that can burn.
Yeah, like you.
Or like my
Anyone
barrel.
want to help
over
me
there.
get this carriage right side up?
We're taking a vote. Who wants roasted cobalt?
Just
Somebody had
just
asked
give
about
him
the
a leash.
carriage.
Yeah, I believe Fishy had asked if it was flimped.
Carriage is upside down. It does
Yeah,
not look like it's damaged, but it is upside down.
God,
We're gonna have to move the cargo out from underneath it and flip it. Go. Is your stuff volatile?
The fuck's that mean?
If it gets shaken up too much, is it gonna go boom?
No. But let me
Cool.
touch that, because, yeah, I've done something to it, so you guys don't open it.
Okay.
Note to self: open it from 30 feet away, or just blow it up.
Brockus, I don't know what you're asking me. What do you want to use performance for?
Out of fire, maybe. I don't know.
Are
Well,
you acting like you're looking, or
I suppose that is valid if he's acting like he's looking around. No, you would have to use nature or survival.
yeah, I am going to
I
investigate that.
understand you have a low wisdom, but just because you survived your entire life out in the wilderness does not mean that you are good at surviving in the wilderness.
Do you have a
You
high constitution? Because that will
Point,
explain why you survived.
point in case.
Fishy's got a great point. I'm sure these berries are eatable. Roll a con. It makes a con save.
Yeah, and he was pretty sure they were edible. I'm gonna roll
They're-
an investigation to see if I can find
They
any.
were edible for him.
Actually, here's something that I could throw out there. Brewer's supplies.
Herbalism kit.
Is there anything overtly dangerous on the island? Anything that's a lot sapient, I should say?
As you and Bodvar search the island, you guys find that it's relatively empty. Except
Good.
for the giant lizards staring at you guys from the water. They're not
Yeah, what do
giant.
you want to chew on, you big ugly sack of fucking leather? I'll turn you into a pair of shoes.
I'm pretty sure it's... Is it alligators?
Alligators.
I'm gonna go touch it.
That are swamp water?
Could be a freshwater croc.
I'm pretty sure it's alligators.
Nah. I'm just gonna pull out the sawed-off shotgun and point it at it, and just in case it decides to fucking move.
Yeah, you and
Those
Bodvar
in water and fire.
notice that off to the east of the island, there are a high concentration of alligators.
Better keep your ass in that fucking water.
Right now, they seem pretty quiet, though.
Luckily, if I spot something during my watch, everybody's gonna know about it.
I mean,
Mr.
yes, but they're alligators still.
Mr. Egeo, would you mind coming over here? I might have something interesting for you.
Okay.
You can change into critters you've seen before, right?
Yeah, but I might have to wait on that one a bit.
That's fine, so long as you're aware of the brightly glowing eyes out in the water.
Ronkus, the fire came with you guys. I don't know if you caught that. The dislodged fire is your guys' campfire.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ours.
Yeah, that's your campfire, or what's left of it after being teleported with everything.
Question.
Alligator. I'm gonna fly above the alligator by like 50 feet above so they can't, like, jump. And I'm gonna get a good look at the alligator. So I could transform into it later down the line.
As soon as I see him try to go near the water, I'm gonna grab him and just do not. There's 100% more than one of those out there, and they're all gonna want you for dinner. Not you, Egeo. I'm talking about Bodvar. I did not break you out of a jail cell and drag that fucker around on my horse after he got bit by a snake just for you to get eaten by a big lizard.
Hey, I did my part.
No, you didn't!
Quit crying, you big baby. You'll be fine. Not much on you they can eat.
I'm not the one I'm worried about getting eaten right now. It's the bear who's going to make me a very good humanoid shield later.
Talk about animal cruelty.
He's sentient, and I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty sure the bullets are the least of his worries, given what he's trying to do.
You know, uh,
Yes.
I think next level I might be able to turn into the alligator.
Are you, William?
Yeah. My name, yep.
Hamster.
I,
I
Mithril?
think Grim. Yeah, I was about to say. I think Grim actually has something for that.
What?
Heavy armor without the stealth disadvantage. I remember it being a
Mithril.
particularly uncommon material, but you can get a hold of it.
Mithril?
Mithril be a armor artificer. Medium armor master with half plate is technically an option, but you said heavy armor, so
By the way, you said there were bodies?
I said there was bugs. I didn't say there was bodies.
I thought there were bodies.
I assume when he meant pile of bodies, he was meaning us.
Yeah, you guys.
Right.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna wait till morning to figure most of this shit out. First thing I vote we do is turn the wagon over once we wake up. Best case scenario, we can actually use the wagon as a better shelter now because it flipped over.
We should be. If we're doing anything, we should sleep on the wagon. Alligators can't really climb. Not sleeping on the ground would be safer.
Well, I'm at a wonderful advantage. They don't really eat bones; they eat meat. So,
Bonfire, if you want to try it, you can go for it, man.
I'm gonna sleep in a tree.
Athletics. You guys are low level. It's fine. Unfortunately, that does not roll it over. Nor does Rowan.
I have an idea.
Maybe you guys should try teamwork.
We get the horses. And we tie a rope to the horses. Yeah. And I turn into a horse. And we use 3 horses to flip it over with like ropes and pulleys.
I'm just gonna kind of grab Rowan and the bear, and just all 3 of us on 3 will lift.
Combine check.
I contributed.
Oh, as you guys are starting to lift it, this time Bonfire has better footing, and he just rolls it over.
And
Rowan,
unfortunately, I get rolled with him.
you think you helped? I mean, you did help a little bit. Red, you go up with the wagon over the top and off the other side.
All right, one moment,
Hey,
one
you're
moment.
so uncomfortable. Why'd you remove my roof?
Do I land on my feet?
Next.
I rolled acrobatics. It was a
Oh.
10.
Yeah, you can land on your feet.
All right, instead of doing that, false appearance. As I am midair and just disassemble into bones.
And I'm gonna steal his left arm.
God damn it! It's literally the Lego death noise.
You have to beat a
Now,
17%.
why did you remove my roof?
Realize the wagon has a cover on it, right? You can just sleep inside the wagon.
They did put a cup.
Okay, it was on its roof. That cover's not there.
I pointed out that it was not damaged.
It's upside down. Not
It was probably.
what is
He
this thing
said
made out of?
over, not upside down. It could have just been on its side.
It's made
Which is
of
the more likely
wood. Yeah, it was very expensive, so it may have been pushed down, but I don't think it would be designed in a way that just smashed easily.
No, they're usually collapsible.
It- yeah, you can use that.
Oh yeah, because it detects undead. I was confused why you have to ignore me.
I mean, I would argue that since Red is within the party, he's not really evil, so therefore you can still.
Yeah, but it does specify living that the undead qualify.
Yeah.
I am very much the living dead.
I'm half wondering if that ping's on me, but
I don't believe it does. But it definitely pings off of him. But no, there's no other undead in the area, or celestial, or fiend.
I just closed the wrong tab. Haha, one moment.
Who the fuck's identifying what?
Can I identify the altar thingy that the orb's on? Not
And I will
touching
be
it.
identifying the orb. That's one of the things I plan to do as well.
I might do that when we're ready to, skedoodle.
Yeah,
I
but I
just-
can just do it now and then get the spell back after a long rest.
You got spells?
I'm an artificer.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll a perception to see if everything in the wagon is okay.
Go for it.
Seems
I
fine.
think the main thing is, though, we don't want to touch the orb because last time that didn't end well.
Oh right, I forgot that
then
part.
you can't identify it. Read the target.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what
I'm
she
aware.
was
That's
pointing
why
out.
I'm doing the altar.
I'll touch that come more. I'll investigate that come morning then. In the meantime, I'll just investigate it for any magical runing, any magics, or carvings or anything on it that could give me a better hint. I assume it's some kind of translocation orb, given that it's an orb and we were translocated. I think this qualifies closer to Stranded Deep, Bob. It's Stranded Deep Bayou Edition. Did Grim die?
So here, I was typing out something to Rowan.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
gonna give a bit of the rundown. It's an obelisk of random teleportation, 24-hour cooldown, 10 of them around. There's 10 of them that are currently in this network. Basically, they're made so that people can get away real fast.
Yeah, that would have been useful to have fucking 40 years ago.
You had to touch it.
You can touch it. I was touching the altar.
If you have the materials, Bodvar, yes.
I guess that means my Arcana found no definitive way to get to where we want to go with this, because it's random. I've been wondering why I've had a headache for the past hour. I just realized I don't wear my glasses. I'll be right back.
I thought the party
Bodvar,
had.
do you want my flute?
Broncos, did you start with the proficiency for drums? Then you probably already have a set of homemade drums on you, I'm gonna be honest. They probably look like you imagined, I don't... Well, then go ahead and add them.
Back.
I'm just saying you would probably have a set on you already at this point.
I know how to play the guitar, but I've never touched one.
Just add one to your inventory, Broncos.
I thought you only knew how to play the flute, Rowan.
I know how to play multiple types of flutes.
That's the joke, yes.
I'm also proficient in glass blowing.
You know, I could get you out of the hooker business because people are in the market for quality scopes. Between the two of us, we could probably manufacture them.
I'm okay. Can we look in our general area around us?
Okay.
Like at other islands and shit?
Are you gonna cross the water?
No, just sort of seeing what's across the river and shit. If you can even call this a river. Is it a river? It's not flowing, right?
No, this is all on the lake.
Okay, it's a lake.
You can see the mainland, but all you can see from here is swamp.
Okay. And nothing to the north or south? Or just
There's a small island to the north that looks pretty similar to this one. There's an island to the south that also looks very similar to this one. Let me reveal that actually. There you go. Now you guys can see a little more of the swamp.
thank you. So yeah, we ain't fording this.
Absolutely not. We will be teleporting in all likelihood. And likely just keep doing that until we end up moderately close to where we need to be.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to wait 24 hours to do that.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping we just get somewhere close to dry land that ain't all the way out east or west. I'm not
If it
trying to
tele-
end up clean down in Saint Denis, as that won't help us.
Question: do I think that this could teleport us to the exact same location?
It has a chance to, based on the wording Grim gave us.
Alright, one second, I'm chewing. Fishy, what was your question again?
Is there a chance that this can teleport us to the exact same teleportation orb?
Mm-hmm.
So, like the orb that we touch, we just get teleported to that orb that we touch. So, like, we stay on the island.
No, honestly, if you guys roll the same one, I'm gonna have you guys re-roll.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because this is random. So, technically speaking, you could just teleport to the same area.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't be very good at its job.
I'm aware. It seems like that was sort of a built-in functionality because it's about getting away from a location. Anyways, I need to go poop.
Join in on what?
Read the line above that. Who else has an instrument?
I do not.
You know what? I will roll performance. Just to see if I can do one of the Native American like dance rituals I know. 13. Got to do something.
Fine. Does anyone have 2 spoons?
We have a drum, bagpipes, and a dancing eagle.
I thought you said we had an instrument. We didn't. The bagpipes don't count.
And I asked if someone has spoons.
Somebody bought like a guiding set, so I assume somebody has spoons.
Oh, let's see if I can
Join the
figure this
wagon.
out. Click, click, and clack, clack. Apparently, I know how to play the spoons.
How the fuck do you expect me to sing? I ain't even got ears to listen to the tune with.
And how the hell are you having this conversation?
You ain't too good at picking up on jokes, are you? Either way, I don't do performance unless it's shooting. No. I didn't sing when I was alive, and luckily I never said over my dead body. Therefore, I don't have to now.
Or Kilgo.
So what?
I volunteer Kilgo to sing for
No,
us.
I'm playing the bagpipes.
You can sing and do both, can't you?
Nope.
Since I'm the one dancing, I guess I can try to string up a tune as well.
If anyone sees you guys from the swamp, they're gonna be so fucking confused.
This is normal swamp late. This is normal late night behavior in the swamps. What do you mean? Like, this is not out of the ordinary. This is just normal bayou bullshit.
I don't know if you want Rowan to perform like that.
Not again! How do they keep doing it? I have to read this now, thanks to you, Fishy. What the fuck is with War Thunder players and leaking military documents about equipment?
This time it was 12 like manuals, like 12 entire manuals for the F-15.
I think technically those have been declassified, but still, like...
But it's like the newer variant of the F-15, the E variant, which came out in like 2000s. So it's still classified.
When are we just gonna shut down War Thunder? I feel like that would be better for everybody, because it gets those fuckers out of their basement, too.
I swear it's got to be like somebody in like a GRU office or something, which is Russian intelligence, just egging people on to leak the documents at this point because Gaijin is a Russian company. It's got to be something like that. I swear to God.
I wish that were the case, but I really do just think that War Thunder players are that fucking dumb.
They made like the specs for like the Challenger 2 at one point. And, like also the Abrams, just to prove a point.
Bob, you might have a serious fucking infection. Go to the doctor.
You just had a tooth pulled.
Oh. Okay, that's the part I missed. Monkey, do you have liquor?
You seriously asking me this?
You're 21, aren't you?
First off, I'm 20. Second off, I've said several times
Oh.
I will not drink.
That's fair.
You know, I don't drink either, but I got a jar of moonshine in the freezer behind me.
No, congratulations, you won a medal.
It's good for teeth. It'll numb the fuck out of them.
That's exactly why I have it. Toothache, quart moonshine. This is gonna fucking suck.
I don't think you have to drink it. I think it literally just has to hit the tooth, and then it'll hurt like a bitch, and then suddenly you don't feel shit.
Exactly. Alright, guys.
That is a fucking drink, you idiot!
Is Fishy back?
Okay, Discord sensitivity is too high. What the fuck, Discord? Oh, right, it updated, so it reset everything. Alright, let's set that back to like 55. Okay, that should be better now.
I am back.
Welcome back. What do you guys like to do in the morning?
First off, secure everything in the wagons and get them prepared for the travel.
Okay.
I assume these things are meant to make it so your loot doesn't all get destroyed.
Just make sure the box of food are sealed.
And for the record, I'm rolling the D10 this time. Fuck you, Broncos. I call it dudes.
But we got a day before we set out.
Nope. We got about half an hour.
Half an
Let's
hour.
tie everything down and remove
All right,
the
24
torch.
hours when it recharges, and it was near dark when we teleported.
Fuck, he's got a point. I don't like being patient, goddammit.
How about you sleep the rest of the day then?
Because I can
Be
only sleep.
nice and awake when we decide to set off.
Because I don't sleep. I just kind of crumble for 4 hours.
All right, then crumble for another 16.
I'm going to throw you in with the alligators. Actually, that might be worth our time. We could hunt one of those fuckers, get the pelt. Make a nice new holster for me.
Alligator.
Yep. Good eating, too, for those of you that still eat. I don't have taste buds anymore, so I won't be enjoying that. Alligator teeth and claws can sell for a decent chunk, too. You can get about 20 cents for them, last I checked. I know just what to look for. We'll find you these nice, shiny black berries coming off of the red flowers.
Well, I appreciate you attempting to kill me. Sadly, that's not going to work.
We'll see if I can find some like raspberries or like blueberries or something.
Well, you guys can roll for the berries.
I'm literally just looking for wild berries to put into a match and start my next custom beer batch.
22. Will I find anything edible?
Just looking for edible. And as for the alligators, it varies. They're all over the place down here, though.
Well, we should be able to lure them ashore with a chunk of meat. Anything fresh and smelly.
Roll me a new survival to track down one.
Track down an alligator?
Yeah. Seems to be one that's actually pretty close to the camp, just to the northeast of you guys. Not in the water, it's just outside the water.
Well,
Say we take care of the gator first for the berries? Or is the berries literally just a roll?
I think the
I
berries are
rolled
just...
22, so I'll probably found something.
Are you trying to lure it away? Bloodvar? I mean, ideally, we got no reason to not lure more in. You know, lure them in as the day goes on to get rid of them. Because that'll stock us up on meat for a while, and...
Will gator eat gator?
One moment, going to Google.
Yes, I will.
They will. They'll eat anything.
Perfect. Kill the first one by itself, then we use some of its meat to lure in more. I just need to figure out how we're gonna prepare the meat.
Yeah, alligators are massive cannibals. Both massive in size and massive in the amount of willingness they have to just eat one another. Including their children, and especially their children.
I'm going to fight you and rip off your arm. Well, I already ripped it off. Mind if I eat it? Yeah, they're also built like a damn tank.
Okay. Well, it's going to try and bite you without disadvantage. And roll a 7. I don't think that hits you. As you guys drag it onto the shore.
Nope, I'm gonna prepare to fire the next barrel into it once he's done with whatever he's doing to it.
You can try it. Do you have a rope? And then I'm going to treat this like a grapple attempt for you to rope it.
Oh, strength.
I think the alligator, with its rolling and its very muscular build, is getting the better of you.
Am I good to shoot it again?
Yeah, you're going to shoot it again.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I guess it works out. I'll just start trying to stab it to get a cleaner cut. Man, really wish I had advantage though. Actually, it would have been a
And
one. But
it's dead.
I just promptly stabbed the sword in the back of its head. Does that help, Bodvar? Indeed. Alright, I'm gonna call up our eagle friend. He's far better at disassembly than I am.
Well, I'd wait and see if Broncos wants to do the disassembly.
Oh, that's true. He's good at survival, isn't he?
Subjective.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna call over
Alright.
Egale. I will assist him in disassembling this and trying to get the
Egale,
skin off. And
before you walk over there, you were going to look at the berries?
Yes.
Did you already roll on it?
I rolled 18.
You rolled 18?
Mhm.
Alright, so you know that these are poisonous berries, but you also know that you can boil them for several hours and it'll take away the poison.
I
And
just
then-
had the step I need to do in the brewing process.
Then they're just very bitter.
ah, so you're drinking Jaeger.
Oh God, have I invented Jaeger in this world?
I only know what that tastes like because somebody compared it to like playing Siege because of Jaeger and Siege, where it's just bitterness and salt.
Okay, and I guess I'll tell Husk that these berries are edible, but boil them a few hours before you do anything with them.
I'll
And then I will walk over and try to
make sure that will
disassemble the
purify the
crocodile.
water, then purify the water for. Yeah, I got you.
Alright, what do you want to roll to strip the alligator?
Yeah, argue medicine since we're dissecting it.
Yeah, you can do medicine.
Oh, I was gonna
Well-
assist you, but I guess it didn't matter.
Bodvar and... Well, Bodvar said he was a 16.
Ah.
A 16, though. With a 16, Egale, you are able to actually keep this one intact. You're able to take off the skin and cut down the meat.
Well done, Egale. It should fetch a decent penny depending on where we sell it. Obviously, we're gonna want to sell it somewhere a little north of the bayou, but
Well, I would wait and see what Bodvar wants to do with it, honestly.
You may want to make some snakeskin boots out of it.
Because he's the one who was after the gator in the first place?
I was the one who proposed going after the alligators.
Oh, I thought it was Budvar.
Yeah, I proposed going
Oh,
after the
okay.
gator because their parts are valuable. Depending, like if you're selling that up in the mountains or somewhere where it's hard to get a hold of, decently valuable.
Good point.
I also don't have a talent for working with leather, so unless somebody else in the party wants to try and, work down the alligator leather into something else, feel free. But I cannot do that.
I'm more experienced in handling leather goods than making them.
Rowan, I hate you.
I'm just gonna take that as you like purses, and that's it.
He is an innocent native. He does not understand prostitution.
We'll explain another day.
No, we won't.
Budvar, do you want to kill any of these or just wrestle with an alligator? Give me an athletics roll.
All right, who wants to take bets on who's winning? Oh well, now that the
Oh,
roll's already
boy.
being done, I no longer want to take bets.
It's a draw! It's a draw!
As they are both somehow sitting there with the other's face in their mouth. Nobody's really sure how it happened. It defies logic.
You're supposed to try to kill it, not kiss it.
As I'm just gonna look at him, which one of them you telling that to?
If I answer yes, would that be sufficient?
Well, the thing is, you could be saying that to Bodvar, the alligator, or Rowan.
Fair point.
I don't do animals with teeth, not anymore.
No, it's about midday, honestly, by the time you're doing this, Budvar.
Bodvar, if you can hold him still for a little bit, I might be able to get a shot off on him. Then we'll have another one for us.
Hold up, I got this. Ezekiel raises his pistol.
You got this, Eagle. I believe in you.
Ooh.
So that's the funny part. I'm sure I'm sure this is a little more well known, but alligators have next to no opening power for their mouth. It's all chomp power.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, who's all taking a shot? Or, well, Bodvar, I'll have you roll one more athletics here.
There you go. Well, if he's doing that, I'm gonna just try and get up real close and stab this thing in the neck.
Or I'll give you advantage.
All right. Stab.
Well, it's still alive.
No, I'm gonna
Anyone
to
else?
the side. As Eagle, I believe, said he was taking a shot.
Eagle. Hit. And it's dead.
Well done, Eagle. Well done.
Didn't use a gun this time. I still have yet to buy training.
I could show you basics if Red's not willing, but
I'm plenty willing. We just haven't had the time. We've been a little busy.
I'll let you borrow mine for the time being. I need it back, but when we get back on the road.
Alright, I'm gonna dissect this one again, I guess.
I'll assist you.
Do I need assistance?
No, B, that's the second time you've done that. Or we assist you, and you roll the exact same on both rolls.
To be fair, the first one was 16.
Yeah, but like you still rolled 2 16s.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, I'll take it though, because I'm gonna assume that the 16 was a success. I will assume the 18 succeeds in dissecting it.
How much does alligator hide weigh?
Depends. How old's the beast?
It was very confusing to anyone who passed by.
Bear on the drums, a eagle dancing and singing, a kobold on the bagpipes. Yeah, that would be confusing.
And a man playing the spoons very well. Who was a half asleep or to an onlooker, to y'all just drunk.
Turns out that I'm looking right now, but I cannot seem to find out how much
Depends on the size of the
alligator
gator.
leather weighs.
I'm just gonna say. I guess it depends on the square footage of it, actually. Leather armor weighs 10 pounds. I'm guessing.
Honestly, I have no idea how much the skins are gonna weigh. Let me go to Google.
It depends on the surface area, but I would assume. These are like 8 to 10 foot gators, I'm guessing. Like nothing like too big.
No, I don't think they're that big.
I hope I have a pair of pliers in this room.
Gators
Nah,
can be-
go to the dentist now.
Huh?
For pliers.
I already went to the dentist. I had to get a crown put in and cleaning. I'm trying to fix something. Here's something better, though. Actually, I think I know where a pair of pliers is at.
I want to say each skin weighs 10 pounds. Does that sound fair to you guys? Or is it too light?
No, that honestly makes sense. Because it's pretty fucking thick, all things considered.
10 to 15 pounds, and depending on how big the animal is, we're probably looking at about 700 pounds of meat. But that's also dependent on size.
Okay,
Alligators are a
an
lot more
8 foot
fatty.
gator. I'm just saying 8 foot because that's like the medium range for an alligator.
Yeah.
It weighs about 161 pounds just for the gator, so that would be
I'm gonna say 10 pounds of leather, skin from each one of them. And I'm gonna say, I mean, you did roll pretty well. So for the meat itself, I'm gonna say 160 pounds of meat for off of both of them. You guys are able to salvage?
add that to the wagon.
Notably, that's raw meat.
I think it's going to take us more than time than we really got to cure that, so we might want to stop at a town and just sell that bit off.
Mhm.
Even in a town on the river, alligator meat will be kind of difficult to come by. Not a particularly common animal to hunt.
John, did you ask that question twice?
He did.
At 160 pounds meat.
Yes.
Bring up the calculator. Eighty plus 728. 908 pounds of total wagon weight. Here we go, save changes.
All right. You guys gonna continue to wait? Or is there any more shenanigans you guys want to get into?
No, that'll be it.
Boiling the berries. I'm pretty sure that's simple enough to do.
No, there's no trouble there.
And then just prepping for whiskey.
That's gonna take a little more time. You might want to wait until the next day.
So are we hopping through the portal again, or I'm confused?
What was the question?
Are we hopping through the portal again? I'm confused.
I think that's the plan, yes.
Yep. Do I need to roll the d10?
Let's go for it.
It's either really good or really bad.
What, just land in like tall trees or something?
Yeah, just a second here. God, it's a pain in the ass. That's not what I wanted. So you guys appear next to some mountains and a railroad track.
I'm gonna try and take analysis of the area and see if I recognize any notable feature. I closed the wrong tab again. 1 second. I'm gonna investigate and to see if I can recognize any of the notable features around. This is the hardest thing for me to not metagame on because I know exactly where we are and I know exactly what's around us in game, but it's also probably not there in the actual part. So, investigation. Huh? Looks like I haven't been in this area. That has changed a lot since I was here.
Who put this log here?
Well, you guys went through the blue portal again. This time it seems like it wasn't as rough as the last time. The wagon is up right side up, and you guys are near the train tracks.
Yeah, to
Cameron,
be honest, I think that's because we expected it this time.
Red is gonna look around.
I'm gonna lay down on the tracks.
And as soon as Kelgo starts vibrating from the incoming train, I am going to yank him off the track.
There is no train on the track right now.
Damn it.
Just so you know, normally if you can hear the vibrations, you can just see the train.
Depends on the line of sight.
So, what were you gonna say though, Grim? So you started saying my name.
I was waiting for you to reopen the game.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled. Rolled a 10, so I probably just don't know the area.
Honestly, Red, I don't think you know where you are.
Yeah, that's what I assumed as well. Is that I'm just kind of sitting here, just like I have never been here before. Beautiful scenery, though, judging by the waterfall.
Wait another day?
Does anyone else want to try and identify where you guys are?
Sure, I'll give it a shot. Oh, not up.
Why?
Trying to decide if Husk has been up this way before. I don't know, honestly.
That or I've seen it on a map.
I apologize. I stepped away for like 2 seconds.
But also remember, I'm well over 100 years old.
Yeah, I think you could recognize that you're on the northeast.
What?
Well, do you think it's Husk? Do you think it's worth it to head from here towards Lake Isabella?
Do you want to be walking for another week? Maybe more?
Well, at least puts us close to where we want to be, and it's not that far off from where we would have been walking in Blackwater. If you're saying
It'd
it's
be
only a week,
some uncharted territory, but I may have forgotten a lot of paths since last time I came up here.
well, luckily I happened to see some railroad tracks, and railroad tracks normally leads to towns and roads, and from there we can follow signs and maybe get a map. But for now, why don't we just follow the railroad tracks west?
Fair enough. We aren't going through any tunnels, though.
Agreed. You know, I've survived a lot of things. I don't think I survived being run over by a goddamn train.
Hey, disassemble yourself and put yourself right in the middle. We'll see what happens.
I'd rather not.
It would actually pass harmlessly right over you if you were just in your pile of bones.
In
Well, that's
theory,
kinda
but that
adorable.
also vibrates a lot. So what happens if it vibrates just enough that my skull gets launched up?
Then I get a show.
Yeah, how? You won't be under the train too? Getting run the fuck over?
We're doing.
Well, I'll be watching from the sidelines.
Can I roll for trouble?
Because it was your dumbass who was dumb enough to get in the path of the train.
Also,
Which way are you guys? Which way are you guys traveling?
West.
West. Along the train tracks.
Yeah, so that way.
How far can you guys make it?
Well, we're all on horseback. With the wagon, so it probably
The
bounces off the
wagon.
normal foot travel. Probably about 30 miles.
Well, we'll move you guys up 13 to the first crossroad here. Oh no, that's just a. Is that just a marker?
At that point, the train heads into a tunnel,
Oh, okay.
which we agreed to avoid. Aren't you glad that I've played this game into oblivion, Grim?
Like, unless we can run from this side of the track to the other in under 30 seconds, it's not worth it.
Also, I'd just like to posit that later on, it might be worth our time to try and revisit these locations. If these were escape routes, there's probably some shit hidden nearby that we might be able to scavenge up.
You gotta move yourselves with the 16. You guys don't run into any events.
Well, from here, I guess we're just going to head south since we seem to have hit about a... Wait, never mind. That's just where it crosses over into a different state. The tracks don't go through a tunnel there. I misread that as an actual full-on borderline.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, no, so the tracks just keep going that way. They don't hit a tunnel yet. I guess we're just going to keep following the tracks along that way.
Give me a second here.
No problem.
They're like 15 miles.
I think that's where we'd be stopping for the day,
That's where
roughly.
you guys will be stopping.
Yeah. Man, I'm glad I don't feel the cold anymore. This place looks like it's gonna be about fucking frigid. Okay,
Do
it's
you guys
right
have,
here that it's a tunnel. I remember that one now.
do you guys have anything to help deal with the cold as you guys are traveling?
I'm pretty sure I'm okay, but
I'm pretty sure you are.
a good day to not have skin.
It just make my clothes warm.
I'm gonna offer up a couple of torches to people. You can light it and keep it at least a little close to yourself to stay warm.
I have 0 personal boundaries, so I'll just snuggle up to my partners.
We're gonna
Me and
find
Fishy will
Never
snuggle.
mind. I fucking knew it the second I opened my mouth.
Not anything like, sexual, but like snuggling.
Gotta pay for
I'm
that shit,
still a
man.
naive bird.
I would prefer it if you didn't. I'll make your clothes warm, but don't.
Yeah, Bodvar looks very comfortable. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Bodvar's like, oh, this is wonderful. It was so fucking hot down in that damn desert.
I'm gonna climb onto Bardvark.
Or if you need a hot stone, just tell me, pick up a rock, and I'll heat it up.
Hugo, you are riding on
Yeah.
Bodvar. That's up to Bodvar.
Probably
Hugo,
hiding in
are
dark.
you like a halfling or something?
Small. I'm
Kobold, that's what it was,
Yeah.
right? Um, you're not doing so hot. Unless you brought a coat.
I think kobolds actually have an in-lore reaction to cold. They basically just have to eat an absolute fuck ton.
Well, we got a bunch of raw alligator. Go at it.
So effectively, he gets, it's cold, I'm hungry, and now I'm hangry.
I think kobolds are actually cold-blooded. But he definitely does not have any insulation like some of the party members does. Just whatever clothes he's wearing, which I don't know how much that is.
Scales.
Yeah, what's up?
You got a water skin?
Ooh.
Hand it here.
Wait.
And I prestidigitation it up to a comfortable heat and then just hand it back to him.
Wonderful.
Alright.
Yeah, so kobolds being cold-blooded in nature have to eat more when they are cold. So,
Oh, they are cold-blooded?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So this is from, I remember it from a Rex video, but basically what it says here, due to their cold-blooded nature, having spent time in warm places, they need not eat for days. Conversely, sorry, not adversely. When in cold places, they need to eat more frequently. So basically, he's going to be on double rations while we're up here.
Unless
Trick
we
some of the
keep it
crocodile
warm,
or
which
the alligator before it gets old.
Yep. Well, I'm also not that worried about just keeping them on double rations. And keeping them warm. Both work.
yeah, just Just when that cools off, come to me and I'll heat it back up. Literally, we just made him a hot water bottle out of a water skin.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. The more and more I like learn some of this old lore, Grim, I get why you and Chopper like 3.5 more.
You mean 2. Right?
Okay, well, a lot of this came from like 3 and 3.5, but the older editions where they gave you lore for this kind of thing, they gave you weird details.
Second edition had a lot of character and monster customization. Third was a lore dump. 3.5 also a lore dump.
Yeah, but a lot of that information was things that are genuinely important to know sometimes, like kobolds needing to eat more when they're cold.
5e is a lot more approachable because it is a lot more,
Yeah,
streamlined.
This is a kobold. Is it cold-blooded?
yeah, it's simplified heavily. I think it's a great entry point, though. 3.5 I don't think is a great entry point because there's literally
No.
roles for everything.
Enter at 5e, skip 4th edition, then play 3, 5, and 3. Then you can play 2nd.
Yeah, nobody likes 4th edition. Also, fuck Wizards of the Coast.
Mm-hmm.
They're most
I've never
likely
cooked
going to rescind a
alligator
lot of the
before,
shit that they've
so-
done. Or
Actually,
said.
that's a
There
good
was-
What was
idea
that?
for anyone who gets cold. If anyone really gets cold, I'll just make you a hot water bottle out of your water skin. Just shove it down your shirt.
I have never cooked alligator before, so Egel is having a rough time.
Yeah, Fish, I did see that they're talking about rescinding a lot of what was released in that because they're starting to realize it's going to be a harder push than they thought.
Hey, don't worry, Egale. It'll taste just fine.
You're too drunk to notice.
Too drunk to notice? No, I prestige my own food. It now tastes like chicken.
I don't know why, but I assume that alligator is a very tender meat. I have no basis for that.
It's kind of chewy.
It makes
Fried
sense. They're basically a
alligator.
walking muscle.
Fried alligator tastes like more like calamari or octopus if it was fried than anything else.
Neat.
I don't know. I think it has more flavor than calamari.
Yeah, it has more flavor, but the texture-wise is kind of the same.
I love that humans as a species did that. We took an apex predator and went, man, I wonder what that fucker tastes like.
I've had anaconda. I've had ostrich. I've had kangaroo.
We get it. You weren't poor growing up.
I
I'm
just
aware.
recently had kangaroo.
No, Fish, I get it. It's actually really cool.
Hey, is the ADHD just
Yeah,
high
ostrich is the
today?
best, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Is what just
ADHD?
high? Well, no, this comes from an actual thing. We're talking about cooking an alligator in
Yeah,
game.
but like we've gone off track how many times?
Not many, actually, comparatively.
Okay, correction. For how long?
Compared to normal, though, it's lower than normal.
Monkey, I'm gonna come in your ass.
Fishy.
And then there's Fishy. But
I'm recording. Fuck off. All right, and only on Fridays.
he's gonna edit that out. He doesn't need anybody seeing that part. His family might watch
I
this
know they
video.
won't.
They already have one gay child. What's another one? Hopefully we have...
I hate you guys.
So if Bodbar is assisting, do I get advantage? Do I
Today's
reroll?
episode is sponsored by vodka.
Vodka, you need it to get through our bullshit. And by you, I mean Grim.
So this is where the tunnel is, guys. So after the next morning,
Yep, we need to make a decision. That tunnel is pretty fucking long.
Secret tunnel.
Shut
We can
the
try and
fuck
get over
up.
this hill, but there's not necessarily a direct path from the looks of it.
you
I don't
guys
know
and
if
your
our wagon's gonna make it.
burnt alligator.
What you talking about? It tastes just fine.
This is not undercooked.
Bodvar, the issue isn't the dark vision. The issue is this is a tunnel that is wide enough for a train and a train only. And if a train comes through, we're fucked.
I'm gonna do a bit of scouting to see if there's a path anywhere.
While you guys are talking about a train, you actually hear the first time up here. You guys actually hear a rumbling.
Actually, that. How quickly do you think we can?
If we rush the horses and we head through right after the train, we might be able to make it through without incident. It's not good to go hard on the horses on the wagon for too long, but if we only push them for about half an hour, we should be all right.
Push them through the tunnel, get just off the tracks, and then just let them rest for another hour.
I'm with that idea.
You guys hear a train passing right now.
Oh, everybody get your shit. Let's go. Bite some jerky and grab your gear.
Hey, you want to rob a train?
Not today,
No.
but maybe next time.
No, we need to run past that train.
I've actually done the rob the train with the prostitute distraction before. It works surprisingly well.
Always does.
Works even better with the changeling because I never tried that, but you can be perfect for this.
Not just any changeling.
I mean, yeah, I've never seen a
I
changeling before. So.
ended up with me in jail, and that's when I punched a guy
The
out.
best way to derail a
You're
train.
shitty at robbing trains. Then. You don't derail the train. Get on.
Actually, that's quite simple. You get this thing called a derailer. It does exactly what you think it does.
Derailing the train won't do you any damn good. There's an entire plan, an entire strategy. Most trains are going to stop if they're passenger trains and they see people wounded on the tracks. Then you make a big show, you get in there, you pull your guns. Nobody wants to die for some jewelry. And if they do, you pistol whip the fuck out of them, take their shit, and usually nobody else gets
I
uppity.
think you understand. My middle name is Chaos.
Just get ready to go.
Well, if you like chaos, then we need a lot of strong trees, a lot of ropes, and a hell of a lot of grease.
That sounds familiar.
2 miles.
Where was that from? I just recently saw that.
Good.
No, you just need an iron bar
was a movie,
clamped around
right?
one of the.
Fuck.
It was. It was an old John Wayne movie.
Can't,
I just had the name of it in my
I
head,
don't know
but
the name.
it's gone now.
So
Remember how long this
train-
tunnel is?
Let's
This
be
one's
2
about half a
miles.
mile. At least in game, it's half a mile. It could be different in this. Considering the map doesn't exactly appear to
my
be to
egg is
scale.
cooked perfectly.
Hi, Ben. What's your ETA on the next train? In
Well,
general.
since you guys have been up here, you guys have seen one.
They don't normally run too close together, and they'll normally run through the night. So I think we're good if we hurry just to be safe.
Cool.
Because that one just passed through, but I don't want to risk it. But normally your train schedules aren't going to be too busy because wherever that thing's stopping, it's got to have time to unload everything, which usually takes about half an hour to an hour depending on what it's unloading. So maybe longer if it's unloading a hell of a lot of cargo.
So 2 miles if we're rushing the horses.
Bob, you cannot run as fast as those horses, my friend. I appreciate the effort, but just stay on the wagon.
I bet you Feathers could.
We'll just entrust the horses with this one, I think. Alright, now let's try and W key through this tunnel as fast as possible.
To be honest, you guys are following behind the last train,
Yeah.
and usually you see a train up this way about once every 2 days. So you guys are fine.
We don't want to risk it! It's a fucking train!
So the train is going the same way we are going, so that actually lends us more time, if we are even worried about it.
Well, we're not now, because we don't have trains that come through once every 2 days. So, No, from there we'll just
He's still in game. Don't have the train schedule unless one of us rolls a history check or something.
but
you know
from
what?
there,
Fuck it.
looks
Yeah, I
like
don't
we're on
know.
our normal path. That's about a third of our day's travel there.
Well, nah.
And now we wait until more of the map is unveiled.
Station.
Ah, wonderful. We have found our way to a train station. From there, we should be able to follow the actual path that might lend us a little more safety.
Let's
Or look at a
not
map of the
Fort
general
Wallace
region.
for a while, maybe.
They actually do have a map of the general region for sale.
For how much?
5 5 what the
Silver
fuck?
dollars or silver coins or dollars?
5 silver dollar bills. Or no, sorry. 5 silver coins.
Wait.
Jesus, you guys
I
are
was gonna
fucking
say,
me up
that
now.
sleight of hand looks pretty awesome about now.
Now I'm just gonna pay for it and take the map.
I'll pay
Or-
for it.
Sure.
Or if we're really gonna be stingy about it, we could pull a two-person. Just look at the changeling in scales.
We're not gonna be stingy. I just handed him the money. Now let's move on.
Oh, one tries to distract, get him in bed. The other could just swipe one.
We're already in enough trouble as is. Let's just.
There.
Not that big a deal.
It
You
was
don't-
on the table though.
These aren't the people you rob. He's just earning an honest day's living. There are rules for this kind of thing, you know.
So, do you guys buy it or try to steal it?
No, I just bought it. I handed him the 5 and thanked him. You enjoy your evening now, sir. Alright. Well, it looks like, honestly, our best bet for now is going to be to keep following the railroad tracks down around to Cattail Pond, and then we'll follow the trail up from there.
As long as it doesn't cross through Flatneck, I'm fine.
If we want to sell this meat, we might want to go to Fort Wallace fairly soon.
That's not a bad idea either. Well, we could always drop by down there to make camp for the night and then head out in the morning.
Drop to the fort.
Yep. Well, you guys want to stop by at the fort, sell the meat, and possibly get a place to stay for the night?
I think we could almost trade the meat for that. Or if not, a good portion of it.
Nope, I'll drop us off there, because that would consume the rest of our travel. As we will ride up to the fort and try and, hail down any guards that are on station.
As you guys are, are you guys hollering, going up and knocking?
Oh, I'll probably head up to
Running
the
and
gate
screaming.
and knock. Do not run and scream.
That is a fort. You do that, you're getting shot.
And I don't see why you guys have an issue with that.
I will just knock on the door, wait and see if I get a response.
Problem is, they might try to shoot us next.
This is a cold climate area. I imagine the hide would suffer a lot because,
No, that would be better sold in a town where somebody's going to want to make a purse out of it or buy a purse out of it. But the meat will most likely sell well at Ford anyway, because it's meat.
Sorry, I didn't hear which one you guys decided on though.
I'm going to
Because
knock
there's-
on the door.
All right. After knocking, about 2 minutes later, you hear a latch unbar. Door opens and you see a very old-looking soldier, and he's. I don't know. Honestly, don't know what outfit he's wearing.
Probably normal blues.
Okay.
Well, hello, sir. We were looking to trade and possibly get a place to stay for the night.
I was hoping you were the drop off for this month's rations.
Well, we might just have a deal for you. We got some alligator meat.
Got 150 pounds of it.
Yep.
What do you want for it?
Well, for starters, a place to stay, and maybe after that, just some simple ammunition, but I'm not sure what my compatriots will need.
I need more musket balls.
Well, I can't trade any of the ammunition, but I can definitely give you guys a place to sleep for the night.
Understandable. Ammunition doesn't always have to be traded. It could have been stolen by some people who stuck in over the night. That one lies up to you. I will wave the group in.
Well,
Would
like a
like some
threat.
firearm lessons.
That's true. The Eagle does need firearm lessons.
But he invites you guys in, and on the inside, you guys can see 3 buildings. Wait, hold on. Let me do a check here.
Grim checking the combat map in case anything hits the thing. I.e., in case of Kilgo.
Sorry, okay, you see 2 buildings inside here. One looks like it's a longer... Oh boy, it's a long single-story building. The other one looks like it is literally a barn.
We got stables and barracks.
Mhm. Sorry, I have to ask, is that a bear wearing
we're not-
armor?
To be honest,
Yes.
we're not sure. But he's been useful enough, and he's part of the reason we got the alligator meat. If you don't mind me asking, what's your standard equipment up here? I know that the Army was trying out a new munition, these 45-70 rounds.
Honestly, we're pretty late right now. Over the winter, yeah, well, it's cold up here. I mean, not a lot of guys want to be positioned up here, so I'm currently running solo.
Well, at least for
We got
tonight, you'll have company. As long as
minimal
you don't mind
arms.
the company being odd.
Well, as long as you guys don't mind some used bunks, you guys can stay in the bunkhouse.
I think that one's used to used bunks, I say as I point at Rowan. Rowan, I know what you're thinking, and no. Just no.
I'm very skilled in the art of keeping people company.
Roland, he seems kind of oblivious, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna be honest. I was hoping
He
that there
also-
was someone younger.
He
'Cause I
also
don't
looks
think-
like he's probably like 65 years old.
Yeah. I'm up for a challenge.
The challenge is going to be getting him up.
I know. That was the joke.
I got 2 of you guys asking about firearm training and non-firearm training.
Well, Egal, I can run you through the basics of the firearms here. I assume he has something akin to targets. Mudvar, you're aware I'm a blacksmith, right? If you need weapons improved or maintained, I can work on them for you. I just kind of reach into my saddlebags and pull out several smithing tools. What do you need done, my friend? Alright. What you need done will... my success will depend on whether or not I'll have the materials for it at the time, to be honest. That depends on what you need. In reality, if you're looking for improvements such as chain length or balancing, I'm probably going to need more metal, which we might be able to get from our friend here in exchange for the meat. If the chain length did give you reach, I imagine it would come with a significant drawback of also possibly being dangerous to yourself.
Mm.
Are you trying to turn yourself into Brigitte?
Briquette?
Not Briquette. That's most likely going to require more mechanical tools than what I have access to at the moment. That'll require me to get my workshop set back up with my guns. I can definitely make sure it's up to snuff and has decent maintenance. Hand it over.
Yeah, you can definitely do maintenance.
Alright,
As for an upgrade like that, though, you would need a full,
I would need a proper forge.
possibly even more than just a forge.
Dex or strength?
While they're doing that, does anyone else need to do anything at the fort before you guys grab a bunk? The bunkhouse itself is pretty lackluster. It's got a fireplace on the far end, and there are 10 beds, 5 on each side.
It's a bunkhouse.
One of them has stuff unpacked around it, but still looks very neat and tidy.
I just picture you like outside like a husky, just covered in snow, and just this is fine.
Do you have any warmer clothes?
Honestly,
Ah,
that'd be a good thing to try and trade.
got a couple blankets I could part with, but no, we're just uniforms up here and not very many.
I imagine you can't very much lend out those uniforms.
No. No, you cannot.
Well, getting the blankets, I think, would be good for us. At the very least, we can turn them into makeshift cloaks.
Laughing hurts, guys. Laughing hurts.
You okay, Grim?
No, I pulled a muscle in my back yesterday.
Ah,
Or the day before, technically.
sorry for the start earlier, though.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Royce just kind of messaged me on Discord and said, "Hey, Corey needs you to go find out what's going on."
748 is what the wagon's at. As I unload the alligator meat.
Okay.
I don't think we're receiving an adequate amount for 100 and so pounds of.
Yeah, I don't
So
think we'll be
pounds.
unloading all of it to him.
It's gonna spoil. We might as well.
We gotta get something out of it.
That's fair. I mean, we're getting blankets, we're getting supplies that'll help us up here. We could also try and get some information off of them.
Ruckus also raises a good point. You guys are in a colder climate right now. The meat probably will last a little longer.
Well, actually, why don't we make a more long-term deal in exchange for more of the meat? We stop by. We can use this as a somewhat more permanent or semi-permanent base to stop in at when we're in the area. Gives us a safer place to rest and warmer beds, and I imagine it has better facilities for if we need to work on certain things. And if people need to ask why if the government wants to ask why we're here, we can point out that we are also currently government contractors. So
We're giving him 75 pounds of meat. So half of it, or a little more than half.
Let's just go with half.
I'll bring that idea up to both the party and the old man. We're also clarifying to the old man that we are government contracted bounty hunters.
Yeah, you guys can use the facilities.
Try to let our guy know that you're somewhat forgotten about up here if you'd like. Once we see him next time.
Well, I mean, I'm just waiting for the next delivery wagon.
Yeah, talk about it like it's late, though.
And it's only about 2 months late. Don't worry about it.
Okay, we won't.
I'll put in word for you. Yeah, I'll be putting in word for him whenever we see our friend again.
But 75 pounds of meat, how many days would that get you?
75.
Oh, yeah. I forgot it's just one person.
Yeah, he ain't gotta eat that much. And it sounds like he still has rations here, so.
You got any alcohol for the drunkard?
Oh, we ran out of alcohol about a month ago.
I figured.
Stock up on our last town visit.
What?
I said I made sure to stock up on my last town visit. Why, has someone else been getting into my booze?
Nope.
Good.
Why am I echoing? Who am I echoing through?
I think it might have been Orthos for a moment, but get these fixed now. It'll go.
Did anyone take Brockus's cloak?
You can hold on to that. Like, I imagine we're using blankets right now.
Yeah, he'll give you guys 5 wool blankets for what you guys have given him.
Perfect. We can basically you can turn
Here.
a blanket into a makeshift cloak pretty easy.
Can't really spare anymore.
It's more than enough.
Oh, we appreciate it, man. I'll be sure to let our friend know that you've been forgotten about up here. Maybe he can at least get somebody to get you more gear. Or who knows? Maybe if we talk to him and make a permanent arrangement for ourselves here, he'll be required to start sending more supplies.
Supplies would definitely be helpful.
I don't know. Is the party opposed to that? Us turning a fort into a somewhat more permanent base
No, that sounds like fun.
to operate out of? It gives me a place to set up a workshop, so that's my motivation.
It's more of a. If we find a better place, we can use it.
That's fair. You're just mad because there's no one here for you to seduce.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that far off from Valentine, if I remember.
Yeah, but it requires travel.
That's true. Well, suppose come morning time, we should be on our way again. I'm gonna check something real quick though, cause it might be more worthwhile to
You
head
could just
down
go down
and
the river.
through Valentine. That takes us 30 miles that way. We can head back over here, up. Yeah, I think it's more worth it to head down and through Valentine this way.
What about along the river, like maybe even down it?
I suppose that depends on how steep the sides of the river are and whether or not we'd be able to keep the wagon along them. There doesn't really look to be a set forged path along there. I'm just measuring out about how many days we got left to travel. About 2 days, 2.5 days. Well, actually no, just about 2 days, depending on how far away this cottage is. Looks like our best bet will be to shoot through Valentine.
Well, which way do you guys want to go? Tracks? Path? Or possibly following the river?
I'm gonna ask the old man if he knows how steep the sides of that river are and whether or not it'd be feasible to get the wagons along it to his knowledge.
What was that?
I'm gonna ask the old man how much he knows about the river, whether or not it'd be feasible to get 2 wagons alongside it without too much risk.
Well, if you stay to the southern bank, kept them single file, you shouldn't have too much issue. There's a couple waterfalls though, so I mean navigating that. Honestly, you're probably better off with the road or the tracks.
I think we'd be best to keep to the path. And
Much obliged, stranger. I could really use some help. Thank you. I bet you wouldn't do this for just anyone in the wasteland, would you? Thanks, anyways. You be careful out there.
Well, gentlemen, I believe we have our goal now. Off to Valentine and on to Cumberland Falls we go.
Alright, reveal more of the map. Do you guys like the way the map has been going, or no?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Just curious.
Sorry I didn't have what you needed. Come back soon. We restock often.
You know what? I may dislike Bacchus, but at least he's not Kumbhakarna. Fuck Kumbhakarna. Alright, about half our day would be spent to get to the mud pit that is Valentine. I almost said Valheim. We were traveling along the road and ended up in a entirely different game. How the fuck did we get here?
I don't know. Let's find a giant god deer thing.
If I recall correctly, Valentine is a very well-stocked town.
It
You guys
is. It
have,
is a livestock town.
It is.
Sell off the second cart and horses here.
Sure, we don't really need it. Sell that off and probably the other 75 pounds of alligator meat and the skins if we wanted to.
Does Budvar need a horse, or is he preferring to walk?
Or is he riding the cart?
He's been walking so far, which really doesn't matter because you guys have to go at the speed of the cart. Of course, Budvar is also very heavy. I mean, that's a horse to carry him, though.
We may need like a Clydesdale or something to even carry him.
Yeah, but this is okay, he prefers to walk. Good, good, good.
How many horses in the wagon do you guys want to sell off?
I believe the other wagon we had did it have horses with it? So we might keep. I think we just strapped two of ours to it and have people.
I think you guys did, yeah.
So
We
could
didn't have
probably,
another wagon, did we?
Yeah,
No,
you guys picked up in the second wagon.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't necessarily need a second wagon, so we could sell the wagon and keep the horses.
Well, I thought we had enough horses.
Well, yeah, we had enough horses as long as we had two people riding on the second wagon instead of on the two horses.
How many horses do we have?
Five?
6, I believe.
5 or
Yeah,
6.
5, because one. I have my horse, and then we have 4 others that the rest of.
Well,
Kilgo normally rides with me.
I thought we bought. How many horses did we
buy
buy?
one for the bird. You didn't buy one for
4.
me, and whatchamacallit already, and Vet already has one.
Yeah, we bought 4 total horses.
Okay. And so how many were on the wagon? One, right?
Yeah, we have 2 pulling one wagon and 2 pulling the other.
Well, so no, the kobold wagon.
Yes, the Cobalt wagon.
How many came with the kobold wagon?
Oh, I forgot. That
Yeah,
one
it
have
did
horses.
have horses. Yeah, it had 2 horses
That's
with
what
it.
I forgot. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
never mind, we have
6.
7. Yeah, we have 7 total horses now, counting mine.
Yours doesn't need. We don't need to count it.
Okay. All right. Well, then we could probably sell off 2 of those horses. I mean, you really only need the 5 or the 4, I guess, because mine doesn't count. So you're probably. Yeah, so we can still have 2 pulling the wagon that we have, and then 3 carrying people, which is more than enough to carry everybody, because we can have 2 on the wagon, and then 6 total people on horseback, which is more people than we even have in the party. We can just sell a wagon and 2 people. Or 2 horses. We're not allowed to sell people anymore.
God dang, Lincoln.
Are you literally just a bear that gained sentience? I'm starting to question the humanoid part. Oh, there is a stable on Valentine, right? I'm trying very hard to disassociate the Valentine from in Red Dead from the Valentine in this.
I mean, they're pretty similar.
So stable then, where we could probably fence the wagon, or not fence, but like sell off the wagon and horses.
Yes, you can definitely sell off the wagon.
Rowan, as our most charismatic member, can I trust you to sell the wagon and not cause a blow up like what happened when you tried to buy the horses?
Sure.
Just go sell the wagon and the horses. No horse cock jokes. If you're
I
gonna
don't believe
seduce
I
him,
was
do
the
it
one
after.
making the horse cock joke.
Do
I
you,
believe
Either
that
way.
was the 5 other people that came in and just started talking random shit.
All right, you go in. You and I will go in because I don't trust you to go in alone. You'll talk to
Okay.
him. Offload the horses. We leave. Well, I
Could
leave.
you
You can
help me
stick
out
around
a
to seduce
bit?
him if you want. What'd you say?
Could you help me out a bit? Say, give me the help action.
Yeah, I will be giving you the help action. All right, so I'm gonna walk in and ask how much we can get for the wagon and the 2 horses. Nice and simple.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
That wagon looks like it's seen better days.
That is fair. We got it from some kobolds.
30? Yeah, but it's exotic. It was it's maintained by kobolds. You know how crazy those little shits are, right? They'd be wild for this.
Even if you don't care for the wagon, the horses are still strong and already trained and broken.
Looking over these horses and that wagon, I'd offer you 65 for the group.
We'll take it.
All right. I'll give you $65.
I will make my way out. I don't know if Rowan follows me.
Uh, yeah, I'll get down to the later bits. I'll follow out.
I don't plan on staying in town too long. I do want to get back on the road, so we probably won't be. It's about midday when we'd be getting here, or at least halfway through our day of travel. I mean, well, we got $65, which, hey, conveniently, there's 6 members of the party. I will
11
hand
and 10?
What'd you say?
11 and 10?
Wouldn't that be 15 and 10?
65? If we have 6 members, it would be 11 each, and then one person gets 10.
Okay.
math checks out.
I'll take
Fair
the
enough.
10 since I got the
I
extra
think
last
I
time.
should take the 10 because it's easier for me to steal things.
Actually, he has been giving himself the extra, Monkey. Being so bad at math. I don't want to fuck you over, but yeah, you'll get 10. Or 11, sorry. Misspoke. I can take 10, honestly.
Yeah, but how much money are you taking?
10.
Please don't tell me you missed that joke. Please tell me you're just
Right.
ignoring it.
Right over his head.
How much money am I taking?
Think about it. You can take 10, but how much money are you taking?
Okay.
There you go.
I mean, I don't have that. No, I do. I can't have that many holes. I forget I'm a changeling sometimes.
You know, we're just gonna stick with it. Rowan's taking $10. Everybody else add 11 gold or platinum pieces to our sheet.
I have mine labeled correctly.
Yeah, no, Rowan isn't human. Rowan is whore.
Yeah, I look almost half elven.
Yes, Bloodvar. Now, is there a
Yes,
tailor?
Bodvar, it is $11 bills. Which is what currency, guys?
PP.
Yes.
All right. Is there any kind of like leather worker or tailor in town?
I think there's a trader that would take it.
I'm gonna approach him and ask him how much he'd be willing to offer for some alligator. Are we selling the meat to the same trader, or would that be a different guy?
I think I will take the meat.
Well, I'm gonna ask him how much he'd take for 75 pounds of alligator meat, 2 full alligator hides, and some teeth and claws. I don't know how many teeth we pulled from this thing, but alligator teeth are worth a lot, so I imagine we'd get some. Probably just the big ones.
$6.
Wait a second. I'm gonna roll persuasion with my
I will assist him.
inspiration. 14. It's inspiration.
Well, alligator is hard to come by up here, but I suppose that there's not a market for it, huh?
Yeah. 6.5.
Well, is the party okay with that deal? It feels kind of low for the amount of meat we'd be given, but
75 pounds of meat and $7. You know.
Please don't.
Okay, how about this? Consider it $7. See if we can't trade it instead for about $8 worth of just supplies. Maybe some extra rope, a block and tackle if we don't have it. Maybe some extra wheels for the wagon if they ever get busted enough to where we need to replace.
not a bad idea.
Bodvar. Just
I'm gonna-
$8. That's as high as I'll go.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
like
Well, Husk brings up a valid point. Would you be willing to trade it for some spare wagon wheels and a block and tackle?
That's a deal I can make.
All right. Well done, Husk. Thank you. That'll be useful equipment. More useful than the money, at least, because let's be honest, we'd forget to buy all this, and then the money would just. I mean, your 17 probably got us up to that deal, so. How many wagon wheels does he trade us? I'd like to get at least 2, but.
2 whacking wheels and a block and tackle. Block and tackle.
Okay, let me just remove the alligator meat.
Black tackle.
Yes.
yeah, that's one of the things where it becomes very useful, but at the same time, not sure if we grab the one that we used to place the wagon the first time.
Tackle. Got it. I
Either way, we all know that at
imagine
some point one of them wagon wheels is breaking. Now we have spares.
That is
£40
true.
for 2 wagon wheels, I'm guessing.
What was that, Van?
20 pounds each for the wagon wheel.
Yes, that sounds about right.
How advanced does the metal work?
For wagon wheels?
No. It's I was thinking like a quick setup structure where we could make to hook the block and tackle on to lift it from literally anywhere. If it ever comes to we need to repair it.
Oh wow, you guys actually nailed it. They are almost exactly 20 pounds, or 22 pounds if you have a larger size wheel.
It is literally a tube and a tube that you stick a pin in to hold.
For the wheel? Or the...
No, for the forget I ever said anything.
Are you talking about the wheel, the axle? What are you talking about exactly, Ortho? Sorry, I'm...
A device to where if we're out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere and we don't have a tree to hook the top of the or hook the block and tackle on to lift this thing, so it's not everyone just get up and try to lift for as long as possible.
Oh, he basically needs a winch.
No, we have one of those.
Yeah, it sounds a block and tackle. I think he's talking like a grappling hook or an anchor. But I've been having a hard time tracking this tonight, so... I'll be honest with you guys.
I mean, this is about the time we've been in.
Orthos, can you send me a picture of it? What you're envisioning.
All right, I'll get to something.
Give me a picture of what you're envisioning.
I mean, it could be like a jack, right? That would work.
Are jacks around at this time?
A medieval jack. Or something along those lines. I imagine they would have
Broncos.
something.
Broncos is your medieval jack.
Yeah.
But does he have a Jill? And
Kinky.
is she a master of unlocking?
Okay, so there's. Wonder if actually, yeah, this would be the best image for it. You'd have to zoom in, but effectively the locking mechanism on one of these, except for there's just two with a sturdy built-in bottom plate, to where you effectively extend them up, put a piece of timber on top of them, so you have something to hook onto and lift the wagon up for repairs in field. That can also just be you pull the pin and the whole thing collapses into itself.
That's a fulcrum.
Basically, yeah.
I guess that's what I'm hearing.
More like an aerial anchor.
Same concept.
The jack was invented in 1851.
They're not far off. We could end up building a jack later on down the line.
Wait, we're after the Civil War, so it's should be available.
Not in this region.
It's effectively just take that idea and scale it up.
I mean, it sounds like something you guys could build with some supplies.
Well, I'd be interested in building it later on down the line, but for now, I think we have more pressing matters.
Oh,
I
we
will
split
put
the
that on the
alligator
list.
hide as well, didn't we?
Yeah, I believe the tray was for the meat and the hide.
If it comes up that a jack's more efficient, we'll just get the jack and build it.
Well, both can be useful in different situations, so I'm not opposed to just building both. But I would also like to point out, after we end this day of travel, we do have the DM in pain and one of our players unable to speak. This is the normal time we end, so at least lately.
I'm not in... Well, I am in pain.
You're in pain, Grim. You fucked up your back.
I can make everyone else in pain.
You do that every day, Fishy.
I'd like to have us get to our destination, though. So
Okay.
provided we don't fuck up the travel in the next 2 days.
Well,
2 travel rolls. If one of them's fucked up, then it's like, hey, instead of destination, it's this.
We need 2 more rolls as you guys plotted out.
we get to just the other side of the river, I believe. That depends on what you can correlate it to, Fob.
Highest out of nature, survival, and anything else you can argue.
Well, I'm gonna probably roll nature just to keep watch ahead of the trails and make sure they're secure. And I will also be using inspiration because I'm gonna forget if not. Yeet. Are
Well,
our
that's
trails secure ahead, Grim?
yes, that's a successful day of travel.
All right, time to make camp, everybody.
I mean, I'm gonna have you guys just move on to the next one here.
All right, who would like to roll next?
I still have my inspiration if you want me to burn that for the roll.
Well, I thought so if you rolled travel this game. If not, go for it.
I
Oh.
have last session, that was what ended up finding the teleportation, but
Yeah, that was last session.
fair. Look at that at 10. Burning inspiration.
Well, I got us plotted up towards the 20 miles of travel for this day.
I'll roll it. It was uneventful.
Okay. We are on a main road, so.
Yeah.
Well, we have officially reached Lake Isabella with a little bit of daylight left. We were told that there's a cottage somewhere around up here that we need to find.
You guys find a large frozen lake with a single building on it.
I think that's our man. Do we want to try and take him in alive? I don't have a grudge against this one. That is true. We weren't told he'd be worth more dead. Or alive, but...
If
No,
alive is preferable, we can try that, but if he starts firing back at us, dead it is.
Actually, hold on. Isn't he a genasi? We were told he's some kind of air thingy, so I don't know how well we're going to be able to keep him under wraps.
Gymnastic? I thought he... Okay, we're hunting down a drink that's a gymnastic drink? The hell?
He's an air elemental. Wispy motherfuckers. Hard to see most of the time, but he's went and surrounded himself with snow.
Made of whiskey? Yeah, I'm pretty sure gin is a type of alcohol. You could call it a whiskey, but
and with that, I'm gonna call it here, guys, because I am fucked up.